Alrighty guys, welcome back to the channel. So for today's video, we're going to be revealing 30 cards that I just got back from PSA. I have not opened these boxes yet, so yeah, we're just going to hop right in. I haven't looked at the grades yet on any of these, so I actually got two little boxes right here. So I also normally post like a preview video for this, which I am not 100% sure that I'm able to locate. So if that's the case, then yeah, you guys are just going to get straight into cards, which isn't normally how I kind of do some stuff here. But I appreciate all of you guys that are tuning in now. I know I haven't really posted a whole lot of content in a while, and I can't 100% say that that's going to change very much in the near future. But to everybody who's here watching this video, thanks for hanging out. I think we're going to have a good time today, and yeah. So as always with these submissions, I really try to get my goal on this is to get like a 40% gem rate. There are several cards in here that I simply know we're not going to gem. But regardless, I wanted to submit them just because this was for a January $15 special. So I figured the value's there. I might as well try to go for it. So first card up, we got a Miguel Blaze. I don't know which one this is. It is an auto refractor, and this came back a PSA 9. Obviously 9's okay, but you know, we're kind of going for that 10. Refractor, first Bowmans, these are like one of the most desirable cards out there, so even in a 9, like that's going to be okay. Next up, we've got two of these cards. I feel pretty confident that at least one of these is going to come back to be a 10, but these are the Speckle ones. Yep, here we go. Bowman Sterling Speckle, numbered out of 99, I believe. Yep, right up here, numbered out of 99, 30 out of 99. I really like this card. I think it's a beautiful card. If he's going to become a big player for the Red Sox in the future, he's their number 5 prospect right now, even with essentially having a lost year last season. Then these are going to be pretty interesting, desirable cards. So we'll stick that one up here for right now. Hopefully we can sub it out, though, in the future. And here's the other Speckle one. So let's see. What are we going to get for it? 10. Yep, see, I told you. I was pretty confident that both of these were going to come back as a 10. I think I actually have a third one that I didn't send off. But, yeah, it's really nice to be able to get both of those back at Gem Mint 10 here. So next up, we've got a Luis Robert card. I think this is just an Atomic Refractor from Bowman's Best, if I remember right. That came back a 10. Obviously, Robert's back on the disabled list. I think it's just kind of a running theme with him, but the Atomic Refractors just in general are really, really fun, nice card. Being in a PSA 10, this is probably, you know, $50 at the right point in time. Maybe not right now, but I was pretty confident this was going to come back in a 10 as well, so we submitted that. But that is a great start. We're 3 for 4. Next up, we've got Tristan McKenzie. There's several Tristan McKenzie cards in here because I think he's a good buy low candidate. He hasn't started off super great, but we got a 10 back on this Heritage rookie card. I think that obviously this is one of the more kind of desirable Tristan McKenzie cards that are out there when it comes to rookie autographs. But McKenzie, again, just really undervalued at the moment. I still think he's got like that Cy Young type potential in him, and if he's going to realize that in the future, then you know this is the type of card that collectors are interested in. And yeah, he's still pretty young. I think he's only like 25 years old. So next up, CJ Abrams. So this is a really cool card that I've talked about on the channel before. It's a super short print, and it came back a 9. Oh gosh, okay. I was very certain this was going to be a 10. But that's okay. Even in a 9, it's all right. Abrams is having an amazing season. So I sent this off in January. So you got to remember like the timeline for all of this. And I guess the centering up and down, now that I'm looking at it a little closer, that's probably what did this in. But everything else looked really sharp on it. So it would have been nice if this could have come back as a 10. But yeah, the triple short print cards, people mistake these all the time because this candy cane arm here, this is yellow on the regular short print. So it's got red and yellow stripes. But just the classic, you know, red and white stripes is what the triple short print is. So if you guys ever see these around, just make sure to check the actual candy cane arm because you might not know what you have. I've got a couple of them. Next one up, we've got a Kyle Tucker card. I think I've had this one forever. I think it's probably going to be a 9. Well, I guess sometimes PSA just does this stuff to you. 6. This is officially the lowest graded card that I've ever gotten back from PSA. There was got to be something on here that I maybe missed in the past. Oh, this corner's kind of dinged up, I guess. I don't think that I would have sent it off with that little corner ding. You guys can see that a little bit on the camera there. There have been a few times in the past where I've been kind of suspect of PSA's handling of my cards, and this is kind of one of them. There's, I don't know, man. I sometimes I always want to take like better pictures. I mean, if this is unfortunate because obviously this is a nice card for Kyle Tucker, and essentially like this card's uh, definitely lost money on this grading, but you know, I guess that happens sometimes. 6. We got a 6 for Kyle Tucker. So let's see. Hopefully we don't get anything lower than a 9 again, although I think there's at least one more card that I know is going to be a 9. This is a pretty cool card. I talked about this a lot. This is a gold batting average leaders. It's the Cabrera Trout Beltre one. Came back at 7. So in the past, I've been about 95%, I want to say, when it comes to getting at least a PSA 9 or higher. I'm not sure what I'm missing here. I don't see any indents. The corners look good. The centering looks good. This, honestly, looks really good. It almost feels like one of those like population control cards, whereas I could kind of see it on the Kyle Tucker here. Could kind of understand it. I don't even see anything on this card that would ding this down all the way to a 7. I mean, I thought this was going to be at least a 9. It's all right. We're going to move on. Let's just jump forward. So we got a couple league leaders cards in here. This is the big one. So I picked up this card for $15 because this was listed on COMC, and I don't think COMC had accurate pricing. Yeah, a 7. Guys, what is going on here? A 7? I didn't think it was going to be a 10 necessarily, but I thought it was going to be a 9. Okay. Let me see here. The centering was slightly off again, but I'm just not seeing anything here that I feel like would warrant this being a 7. Like, this is what's very frustrating about PSA at times. But this is 3 cards now that we've gotten that are 6s and 7s for cards that I thought were going to be at least a 9. The Tucker I get a little bit. It just had a little corner ding on it that I either missed or they mishandled. And that's crazy. Here's another League Leaders one. This one is just like a blue or red. And this is an 8. Okay. So I've actually got one of these right here. Let me submit it right fast. So I submitted this one. Got it sitting right here, this exact blue one. And you tell me, guys, like, what is the difference here on what could be wrong between this 10 and a 6? Look at the centering really fast. Or 10 and an 8. Are you seeing anything here? Because on first glance, I see nothing. And I've submitted several of these cards, and they've come back in 10s. And this card, again, looked very similar to this card that I got back in a 10, and they're giving it an 8. So what is going on here to cause this to be an 8 and this to be a 10, when in my opinion, they had the exact same condition? I've had a really good gem rate with these in the past. I think I've sent in like 6 of these type of cards in different variations, and they gotten like 5 of them back in a 10, and all 3 of these came back less than a 9, which is just ridiculous. Okay, try to get not too fired up about it, but let's move on a little bit. So Miguel Blais here. There's going to be some autograph ones in here. Some of these I think might be 9s, but yeah, this is a 9 purple shimmer refractor. I kind of just took a little bit of a chance on some of these. I felt more confident about these being 9s than 10s, but you know, if you get a 10 back, you can make a ton of money compared to just having it raw. Here's another one. This is a 10. Okay, perfect. So we got at least one of the Bowmans back in a 10. These are numbered at a 250 Miguel Bleis, obviously, we just talked about him, big prospect for the Red Sox. Hopefully, he continues to develop because hasn't been doing super great this year. Now, this is a pretty cool card. This is a Luca Monopoly. I traded a kid a box for this. He really wanted a Topps Chrome box, and so I gave him a Mega box for this. At the time, like I felt like it was pretty fair. Like they were, I think the Mega box that I traded him was like a 2020, just like a $60 box, and I was able to get this back. That's pretty. Luca Monopoly in a gold shimmer PSA 10. I didn't know if this was going to come back in PSA 10 because I haven't graded a ton of Prism cards, and I definitely haven't gotten a lot of 10s back when I do grade them because their print lines are kind of weird when it comes to their grading. But yeah, that's gorgeous. I don't think this is a super expensive card, but it's gold money shimmer Monopoly. These cards were super expensive for a while. I think this is like an $80-$100 card now, but nice to get a couple wins on the board after a few not super great ones. Here's just a standard base Ohtani rookie card that I've had floating around for a while. Came back in a 10. That's nice to see too. I really like this picture of Ohtani. It doesn't have the rookie card logo, but it's from 2018 Topps Update. There were just a lot of Ohtani cards in there, so US 189, but nice to get that back in a 10. Okay, we're getting back on it a little bit. Here's a Jackson Churio. I think this is just a Bowman Chrome in a 10. Look at that. I think this is this was more than $100 card at one point, but this is just a Chrome Prospects card that I pulled myself. This is one of the most interesting cards in the entire order. So this is a Tristan McKenzie card, as we see him in the background right here. This is numbered 3 out of 5. So this is the red refractor version of his first Bowman. So he didn't have autographs in that set, so this is like one of the most desirable cards in the entire set. Back in 9. I thought it was going to be a 9, but again, you want to grade these cards. Like if it comes back in a 10, it's obviously a massive card, but even in a 9, like it's numbered at a 5. And if McKenzie can do what McKenzie has been able to do in the past when healthy, this is still a pretty nice card. So next up, we have a Joe Flacco card. Yeah, this is just a Joe Flacco refractor card that I bought for like $4, and I just really wanted to grade it because I've never really graded many football cards. I know the centering is slightly off on this, so it's probably a 9, but back at 10. Okay, yeah, Joe Flacco rookie card, refractor. Again, this is kind of why I submit off some of these cards, because if you can get one of 3 of them back in a 10, if you feel like it's more 9-ish, you're still going to do pretty well on it, because you're not going to lose a ton of money by getting a PSA 9, but if you get a 10, you can double, triple your money on certain cards, and the population on this is actually fairly low considering how big of a quarterback Joe Flacco's been. So yeah, nice to get that back. All right, next up, another Miguel Bleis. Let's see what this one is. Pink and a 10. That is the second one that we've gotten back. That is a 10. That is a first Bowman for Bleis. So nice to see that. That's good to get. Here is a Tristan McKenzie. This is a rookie, also numbered out of 5, a red refractor. Let's see. Came back a 10. That is sick, guys. That is nice. That is very nice. We're going to sub out here. So this is a Finest Flashbacks card. So this is like the most desirable insert in Topps Finest. And this is obviously his rookie card, numbered out of 5. So this is like a huge card when it comes to Tristan McKenzie, honestly. And this could be a multiple $100 card pretty easily if he can rebound. And again, very hopeful of that. But let's get that front and center here. Pretty happy with that. Another Miguel Bleis card. Let's see what this one is. This is a shimmer and an 8. I don't know, man. I guess there is a print line across here, but this isn't like... I've gotten 10s back with this type of print line before. It's not like a on card. It's like almost part of the refractor part of it. So it is what it is. It can be a learning experience for that one. But so we're trying to get 40% back. So if we can get 12 PSA 10s, we're going to call this order a win overall, even with some of these lousy grades that we're getting on top of it. So 10 back for a speckle. This is actually pretty cool because right here, I don't know why I have this sitting right next to me, but I do. Here's another speckle that I just bought online. So yeah, I have this one that I bought, and I have this one that I graded now. Something of note that's kind of interesting is, I don't know if you guys noticed this, the cases, for whatever reason, are different. This is the exact same card. And PSA decided to put them in different cases. This is a thicker case, which is honestly kind of annoying because it doesn't stack very well. And then this one's just like your standard, PSA case for a normal Chrome card. So, yeah, pretty convenient that I'm just sitting here. But I got another Miguel Blaze card here that's pretty cool that I'll show you guys later. But all right, back on track. All right, these are the big cards. These are some of the big cards here. I have a bunch of Roman Anthony cards. Some of them are autographed, and if I can get at least one of these autographs back in a 10, I'm going to be thrilled because Roman Anthony, per Sox Prospects and like MLB and a lot of publications right now, he's taken over that #1 prospect spot over Marcelo Mayer. So, okay, this is a mega box. This is the one I expected to get back in a 10. Well, okay, good. Expecting to get it back in a 10 and actually getting it back in a 10 are two completely different things. So, as we can kind of tell already, but. Nice to get that first one back in a 10. That's good. I don't know which one this is going to be. I have no idea which ones these ones are going to be. Purple Ray Wave Refractor in a PSA 10. That is pretty. I like this card quite a bit. Roman Anthony, I mean, honestly, I'm going to swap this out over here, actually. He is... I picked up a lot of his cards last year when his stock was going up. So I was able to get a lot of this stuff before the hype kind of hit there. So fortunately, like I've already made money on a lot of this stuff. I wish I would have gotten him preseason last year because I was hyping up a different prospect. I can't remember which one it might have been. I think it might have been Edinson Paulino, which he's still pretty okay, but I picked the wrong one. Roman Anthony. Roman Anthony was the clear choice. Here, I think this one's an autograph version. So 9. Okay, this is just a base refract. This is not even a refractor, so this is just a base auto. So like getting this one back in a 9 is okay. I bought 2 of these ones. I don't know if I submitted both of them, but I paid $70 for one and $65 for the other. So I think right now PSA 9s are still going for about $100. So about breaking even on this just after grading it still. But I'm okay with that. Let's see. Jeez. Oh. This one was the big one, guys. Oh. Okay, this is a big card. I know the base Roman Anthony cards in autograph version for first filming, they're going for like $200 right now in a PSA 10, $250. So this is a green refractor. This is a true green refractor. I cannot remember if this is one of the cards that I cracked or not. You'll be able to know if I'm able to find that previous video and get it posted. Like it explains which ones I cracked in there. This is a huge card. This is a several $100 card. This is probably a $500 card right now. Could be an even more expensive card in the future. Massive card. This is probably the biggest card in the order to try to get back in a PSA 10. So you're gonna sub. I was wondering if that was gonna happen. We're gonna sub out the purple Ray Wave here. Try not to spill everything on the floor, and then get that green refractor up there. Good thing they're in cases, right, guys? Jeez, my goodness. Anyway, let's continue on. Another Roman Anthony card here. Came back in a 9. So this was the green grass refractor. I think this one was actually the one that was in a SGC 9.5 that I cracked, now that I think about it. I think that one was just raw, and then this one was the one that was in an SGC 9.5. So this kind of checks out a little bit. That one looked pretty good, and then this one obviously came back a 9.5 through a different grading company. But still a nice, good card to get. 3 more cards. Almost done. Okay, Miguel Blaze. This is the second class Miguel Blaze card. Came back in 8. Oh, this is sick. I forgot I sent this one out. Purple Refractor. I think this one was also in a SGC 9.5, if I remember correctly. So I cracked 2 SGC 9.5s, and it looks like I did 1 out of 2 in being able to get these guys upgraded. So 100% will take that every single day of the year to be able to get back a 10 for that. Pretty big card. Honestly, you know, we're going to leave that guy up here too, actually, without knocking everything on the floor. All right. This card, so shame on me because I kind of made a mistake. When I submitted this card, I didn't realize how bad the centering was, but it's a patch card, and so I'm guessing it's gonna be like a 7 or a 6 or something. An 8. Okay, but honestly, this is like best case scenario because look how bad the centering is on this guy. It's like I knew it wasn't going to be amazing. The surface looked fantastic, so I was kind of just like glossing over it really quick, and I submitted it because I submitted this on the last day of the special order day. But Rafaela, he's doing okay. He got that big contract from the Red Sox, so he's going to get plenty of opportunities. But this is a pretty big card of his, so it was hard to get patch cards back in a 10, but I didn't really give myself much of a fighting chance by submitting this one to PSA with that centering. So I'm numbered out of 10, though, so there's still going to be some value with this card, but yeah, it kind of just is what it is. And then this last card, this is the last Miguel Blaze card, and came back in at 9. So same type of card as that Rafaela. Another immaculate. This one, the centering was much better. It's still slightly off, but came back in a 9. So that kind of checks out. This should be a 9. That should be an 8. That works out. And yeah. All right, guys. Well, that's the order. Let's do a quick recap and count how many that we actually got back in a 10. So we got the Luca Monopoly Gold Shimmer. We got the Roman Anthony Ray Wave. 2 Roman. Oh, that's not. Wrong pile. We got Miguel Blaze Speckle. 3 Roman Anthony Megabox. 4 Prospect Speckle. 6 7 8 9 10 11 and 12. 12 for the Atomics. That was our goal, guys, right there. 12. And so the rest of this stuff is just gravy, and we got like 3 of the bigger cards back in a 10. So we got 13 here, 14, 15, and 16. So thank you guys for tuning back into this. I know I haven't made a lot of content in a while, but this was a pretty awesome order to get back. We got 16 out of 30 cards back in a PSA 10. So honestly, I'm thrilled. Like, this is a great order. We got 55% back almost here in PSA 10. And if this is the type of order that I can get every single time, I'd be very happy with it. Although I'm telling you right now, just to go back through this to me still does not make any sense at all as to how we got an 8, a 7, and a 7 back on these cards. Don't get it. That's okay. I don't want to end the video complaining too much about it, but that's just something of note for these 2013 Topps cards, as it seems like there may be something else going on behind the scenes for all of those. But we got 16 back. Thank you again for tuning in. I don't know if there's going to be a whole lot of content coming up in the near future. I've been kind of radio silent for a long time, but thank you again for tuning back in, and we'll do some more stuff in the future. I can promise that. Until next time, guys, talk to you later.